Hello, everybody, and welcome. Audrey DeYoung here on Audrey Live. It is Thursday, December the 17th, 1 week before Christmas. And we have a little bit of white out there this morning, so it is starting to feel a little bit more like Christmas. And I've worn my Christmas elf shirt attire. I don't have too many Christmassy attire, shirts, sweatshirts, all that kind of stuff, but I did pick this up once at a thrift store, and anytime I have a Christmas event or something like that, that's fun. I like to wear my Christmas elf shirt. So today we have a great day. We're going to be doing and talking everything Christmas, kind of like all those last minute things that you forgot about, and now it's time to think about. So we have the awesome Holly Hanley on the show today. And she'll be demonstrating her new design called The Year We Stayed Gnome. So watch out for that. That's going to be really neat. Also more DIY last minute gifts and ornaments to make, and a lot of festive fun and maybe a few giveaways. So stick around for the show. It's going to be a great one full of information for you today. So make sure you comment and ask questions. Today, we will have a few giveaways at the end of the show. So just make sure that you tell us where you're from. And like I said, just comment, ask questions, and maybe give us a little bit of an idea of what you're going to be doing this Christmas. So also, if you're unable to see all the shows, you can go to our YouTube channel, which is Pin It Canada, and subscribe and hit the bell, and you'll get notified of any new shows that are put up on the Pin It Canada, or on our Pin It Canada channel. I just want to start out with showing you, just talking about Christmas and decorating. Some years I put more out, some years less, just depending on what you're doing. This year I put all my Christmas displays out, and I didn't put my Santas out, so maybe next year will be the Santa year. But one thing I always put out, there's a couple of things that are near and dear to my heart. And one, I hope you can see, my mom knows that I collect Santas. So years ago, she cross-stitched this amazing St. Nicholas for me. And it's so, yeah, it's just special every time I look at it. And it just always reminds me of my mom, reminds me of the joy that we have at this time of year and that we should have all year long. And I do leave this one up all year long. I never take it down. It's in our sunroom where we sit a lot. And yeah, so it's really a great treasure. And I'm sure many of you have things like that around as well. So thank you, Mom, again, for making this for me so that we can enjoy it all year long. Also, I painted a little, and hopefully I can show you without it falling down. This was a nativity scene, a chunky. For any of those that were painters, the Pat Olson designs were fun and easy. So in my earlier years of painting, which is probably like 30 some years ago, I painted this for my kiddos. So it is the Chunky's nativity scene, just a very simple, hopefully you can see all those little guys in there. It was very easy to paint, so it was nice when I was just starting out. And I put it up every year. The kids played with it all the time. And then I just have it on display, and now the grandkids play with it. So I've kind of set it up in their little zone, and I'm just going to put everything down. Otherwise it's going to fall on me here. So, and move that back here because I've got so much to show today and so much to do today. So yeah, so those are two things that I always put up. I always have on display. So what are those things that you do, that you display, or that you make sure every year that you have them up during the Christmas holidays? Wanted to mention as well that we have a special right now on our Pin It Marketplace, 25% off. So if you go to the website, pinitcanada.com, you'll see all the amazing designer t-shirts. We have mouse pads, we have mugs, we have note cards, and we also have the canvas bags, which I just thought I'd show you because they're actually very large. So that's the one from Deb Cotton. That was her design. And many of you might not have noticed, but right here, I'll bring it really close. But this little guy here, he's a little worm. He's got a mask on. So it's just adorable. It makes us think about the year 2020. And then, of course, we have Holly's designs. as well. So we have the kind of the girl gnome. And it's a really big bag. It's got a nice little black edging here and a black handle. So that's her Just Say Gnome to Germs girl. And this is her guy gnome, Just Say Gnome to Germs as well. So take a look on the website and place your orders. We would love to get some extra Christmas orders going here and get some of these amazing exclusive designs out. Once they're gone, they're gone. So, you know, it's kind of like a one-time deal, and it's for the year 2020 and just for us to remember and also to acknowledge the wonderful designs of Holly. And and if you get your order in this weekend, it's guaranteed shipping before Christmas. So, you know, get it for yourself, get it for a friend, get it for a neighbor, just one of those last minute gift ideas. So it's just want to talk just briefly about this year. You know, it definitely has been different. It's been a tough year for many who will be happy to move on. But as we approach Christmas, however different it may be this year, it's important that we take stock of the positives where we can. Christmas can be a time for reflection, rest, connection, creating new memories that could make it a Christmas like no other. By adjusting our mindset and attitude towards doing Christmas differently this year, we can turn it into a very positive experience. And when we feel happy and content, it's easy for that festive cheer to be contagious. So here's a few tips that I found in the Christmas Living UK. It's just a few tips to help you spread Christmas joy this year in the midst of this global pandemic. So first one was acceptance. It is what it is. We need to accept it. It's understandably that there will be a degree of disappointment and that we find ourselves in this Christmas, but we must accept it and move on, living in the present moment and just finding the joy. It will help you to enter the spirit of joy and goodwill during the festive spirit. Be grateful and mindful of what you do have this Christmas. It might be something as easy as a roof over your head, good health, food on the dinner table. And it might be a smaller detail like, you know, having less people in the house, so you don't have to do that deep clean. But anyway, over the Christmas period, make a daily list of what you do have as opposed to focusing on what you don't have. Sorry, I just have a little tickle in my throat today. Connect with people who bring you joy any way you can. This year will be different and you'll be spending more time at home with just your small group, depending on where you are in Canada, the United States, or around the world, depending on what your situation is. And it can be hard. It can be hard. Just, you know, what do? You know, do you go visit? Do you not go visit? You know, if you do go visit, you know, it needs to be, you know, under so many people, that sort of thing. So, and break free from tradition. Tradition and Christmas go hand in hand, which, you know, kind of creates a challenge this year. But the reality is that some of the normal traditions like family visits, shopping, meals, church services might not happen this year. And we need to focus on the sense of happiness and connection, hope, and whatever, you know, whatever brings you happiness, I guess. Deck the halls, they say, you know, make sure you still decorate. That brings a different mood. I know anytime I go in the house and I turn on the Christmas tree, it lightens me up. Or the other day I was at my daughter's and then she put the Christmas music on and it just all of a sudden, it just gives it's a pick me up. It kind of puts a smile on your face and a bit of cheer in your heart. So make sure you continue with a lot of those decorations and you know, some of the crafts that you do, or some of the baking. I mean, it might not be as much, of course, because you don't have as many people to deal with, but a good idea, as I was thinking actually about the baking thing. I know next week I have my grandchildren possibly here for a day or two because school's out, and we're going to do a little baking and bring it around to some neighbors. Just leave it on their doorstep or in their mailboxes, that sort of thing. So that's something you can do. You can still do your baking and just deliver it. And remember, everything comes and goes. During a crisis period, it can feel like the situation will never end. Although this Christmas will be different, we will always remember 2020 as the COVID-19 pandemic year. It will pass. And you know, a lot of us already have seen that the vaccines have been started to be given in many places of the world this week. So we know it will pass. So just stay positive and allow hope to release that positivity in you. Christmas is a Christian tradition, but of course, synonymous with hope. So whatever your culture, beliefs, or traditions are, embrace the hope and the joy of this season. Make a personal mantra that you can repeat in your head every time you start to feel a bit low or hopeless. Something like, when this is over, I'm going to, and start making that list. Make that to-do list of what you want to do after this time is over. So Christmas 2020 will be etched in the memory for a long time. That's for sure. Remember, you have a choice what memories you create at this time. So just wanted to kind of go through, because I know a lot of people are having a difficult time now and going into the new year. So yeah, stay positive, stay focused. Maybe I'll put a link to this article as well on our Facebook page. So for some of you that like to read it again or share it, it's always a great opportunity to do that as well. So anyway, all that being said, we have our special guest. Let's get on with some fun here. We've got like I said, we've got lots to show you, lots to do today. So our guest today is Holly Hanley. And most of you, or many of you, know Holly Hanley. She's from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and is the author of the painting series called Sunshine Kisses and Warm Wishes. And everything you see with Holly is always colorful. Yes, look at that. Hi, Holly.
Hi.
You are Miss Christmas for sure.
I am. I was so excited to come on today just because I have so many Christmas ideas. My head's just gonna pop.
You're gonna explode. I love your shirt.
Oh, I thank you. This is my apron.
Oh, your apron. Oh,
official cookie taster.
Very nice.
Oh, I'm sorry. My dog is going a little crazy all of a sudden.
Oh, no problem. No problem. So I was going to mention, like, how are you celebrating Christmas this year that might be different from other years? What's your challenge, perhaps?
Well, it's just going to be my husband and my kids, and we're going to Zoom during the Christmas Eve and Christmas Day with the family. And so there's a few restrictions in place, but we're going to try and get around them and Zoom, and we'll go visit my parents, and we'll just, stay outside, and maybe we'll open a couple of presents. Hopefully it's a nice day, but so we're going to try and stay positive and make the best of it, and we might go sledding or something.
That's great. I think that's what we're trying to say to people, like, look at the positive. It's just something new. It's only for 1 year. I know it's difficult for a lot of people, especially if people are alone. We're the same thing. We are going to go visit our parents, but in a very safe environment, and keep our distance and the numbers wherever your numbers are. So that's very important as well. So
exactly. And I know actually quite a few families, I had those little kits for sale. They picked up a wood kit, and that's what they're doing on Christmas Day together. So they're just going to do some painting, which I think is great. Like, painting is such, you just forget about everything that's going on around you, and you just, I don't know, things calm. I don't know, I love painting so much. You just sort of forget about all the problems and issues, and you just have fun. So
I think that's what so many people are saying this year that are creative, or even that aren't creative. Once they do a project or they start creating something, like, you forget about everything else. Oh, there we are. What's our name? What's his name?
Here's my noisy little dog, Jagger.
Your painting buddy, perhaps.
Yes, exactly. He likes to, make a mess mostly. So,
perfect.
So we get along really well.
Yeah, yeah, oh, for sure. Well, there's so many amazing Christmas things behind you there. Let's get to some of the things that you've painted and maybe some ideas that you can share of, last minute DIY gifts or
Well,
ornaments or something like that. I know you had lots of ideas, so let's just get to it.
you know what? Honestly, Audrey, you know this, but I'm like the last minute queen. So I don't know. I need that little bit of a push to get things going. And usually like I get started, I just can't stop. There's just so many ideas. Like, well, one of my favorite stores is actually Dollarama. So I go there quite a bit. But like I found these cute little things there, like the little blackboards, $2. And so what I did was I took this little design and I painted this on it. And it was so quick to paint.
Oh, that's adorable. I'm just going to pin you so you're nice and big so people can see it. There we go.
So this is a design that I painted last year. It's called Ho Ho Hello Christmas Cheer. But I took the same Santa and I just made him tiny. And you know what? It's funny because I bought all this stuff and I sat down with the kids and I'm like, what should I paint on this? And they're like, well, Mom, we don't have a sign that's, that we can change for the days. So this is just in chalk, so they can erase this and they can change it like every night. So my kids are very excited to actually like do that. And it was really quick and easy. I painted this up yesterday in like, an hour. So nice and quick little easy project for $2. It has a little bit of ribbon and a star on it. So I don't know. It was lots of fun.
That's adorable. And you can make it even, simpler for those that are non-painters, perhaps, they can just do some, a simple Santa on it or just even the words. It's just adorable.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you don't have to put the Santa on it even, like just, glue a couple little snowflakes on and add some glitter. Glitter makes everything look fabulous. So, so this is what I was working on a lot this morning. I actually ran around and I was buying up those pine sprigs, which are like $1.99 now. So they're really, really inexpensive. And I bought these little buckets. They're $1.50. And so what I did was this is what the end looks like. So my friends and I are getting together on a little Zoom call to say Merry Christmas, because of course we can't get together. And I thought I'd go and drop this off on their front step. So this is a cute little bucket. It was $1.50. Okay, the most expensive thing in here was a little bottle of Prosecco. So I just bought this so they could have a little bit of Christmas cheer. This is a little plastic glass. So from Dollar Store, which was $1. And then I put these live sprigs in it just because the aroma is amazing. Like my whole studio smells amazing right now because I've got these live trees. And then I put like a few little snowflakes. So I just painted them white. And of course I dipped them in glitter. So they're really nice and sparkly. And then I found these like really cute little candy canes and of course chocolate. Every girl needs chocolate on Christmas. So, and then a few little candy canes. And then I painted this with just that chalkboard paint. So there's just a little oval and I put Merry Christmas, but you could put any any saying on it. And then I painted these little sprigs on, which are so easy. I can even show you how to do them. So they're just, a couple colors and you have a nice little gift that costs maybe $15 or less. So
that's amazing. That's a beautiful gift. Anybody would love to get something like that for sure.
Yeah. So, and I mean, it's nice because you can drop it off on the step and it's perfect. And what else did I find there? Okay. So I got, these were like such a great find. I find the best stuff. Like it's just so much. I have so much fun when I go to dollar store. Okay, so I found this serving board, $4, and it comes with this like slate insert. Well, I can't open this right now, but it comes with a slate insert and it's so easy to paint. And I wanted to keep it really simple. So all I did was I painted joy on it. So I went to my computer and I printed out the letters, J and Y and O, of course. Okay, and I just traced them onto the slate And then I basically just painted a little ornament, and I painted it red, and I just did a little shading with red and black. And then I did a textured snowflake. So it has like, of course, a little bit of dimensional effects and some glitter. Of course, I sprinkled some glitter on, and then I spattered it. And then the top part is just a sprig and a little curly bow. So these little things, they just curl right up. They're really easy to use, and it makes such a cute little like teacher's gift or anything. Costs $4. So, and then I antiqued the edges just because I wanted it to look kind of warm and rustic at the same time. So, and red and gray, they always look so nice together, I think.
They do. So that ribbon you got from the dollar store too, and it just,
yes,
that's really cool.
This is what it looks like. It comes like this. I bought every color because I love it. And it's $1, right? So you just, yeah, it comes off, and it basically just curls around. So it just attaches to like anything, which is great. So there's gold and blue and green, and yeah. So, and I thought, what a cute little gift, right?
That's adorable. Yes, yes. Now, what is that actually, like a cutting board, or is it a?
It is. Here, let me see if I can get this open real quick and I can show you. But it's such a nice little, and there was only a couple there. So I might have to go back and get a couple more just to make a few more gifts. But, and that, I mean, again, it's like an hour or less to paint that. It was so quick. And then, so this actually comes out. So what I did, because I wanted to hang it, I just put some glue on the back, and I just glued that piece in there. So you can take it out to paint it, which makes it even easier. And then I antique the sides. And if you, I love antiquing. I just use a little bit of oil paint. Well, this is a big tube, but this is what I use for oil or for antiquing. I just put a little bit on my cloth, and I put a little bit of odorless thinner on first just to make the oil paint movable. And then I rub a little bit of oil paint around the edges, and that's what gives it that really nice, like warm kind of shadow. You can see the difference. So it's super easy to do, and just, I don't know, it warms things up and looks so great. So
it does, and I love the colors are very vibrant. It's just very Christmassy.
Yeah, I wanted to keep it very simple. I was thinking, you know, I could paint you. Well, you could paint anything. Sometimes that's my biggest problem, is that I have too many ideas and I just don't know where to go. Like, it's just, okay, what should I paint? But yeah, I kept it very simple. So it's just with the little red letters and a little ornament. So nice and easy.
That's perfect. Those are great last minute gift ideas for sure. And to, you know, yeah, like you said, teacher gifts, or, you know, for that special next door neighbor or whatever, you know, that you just want to give them something very nice, and doesn't take a lot of time to do as well. So
can I show you one more little thing?
Yes, for sure.
So and this it doesn't involve a lot of painting, but it was just something fun because I had those pine boughs, and I know everybody's doing those little gnomes, but I made this. I made this cute little guy this morning. So he's so easy to make. It's like a little mini gnome, but I bought those little sprigs from actually the grocery store. I found them. So this great big sprig was $1.50 or $1.99 or something like that. And I just cut it, and you have lots. But I know a lot of people use those tomato cages just to make well, I found these at Dollarama. So they're really small, and I just put the pine boughs around there. And this is a sock. So it's just like a beige colored sock I filled with a little bit of styrofoam. And then I'm not a sewer. I'm a painter. So I just hot glued the hat, and then I filled it with like some stuffing. And then these are little kids' mitts, which are just like, how cute are those, right? They're just like little mittens that you can buy. And so, I don't know, like lots of little things that you can make really simply. Like I made that this morning while I was waiting. So
now that hat, did you buy the material somewhere, or was that at dollar store too, or?
No, the material my mom picked up at the fabric store. So all I did was I just cut it.
Because I know for a lot of you, there are a lot of different Christmassy type hats at the dollar store, but I mean, that one is really cool.
Oh yeah, you know, I love this red plaid this year. It's so nice. So my mom went and bought me some fabric, and all I did was I cut out like a triangle piece, and then I just hot glued it down the back just to but I mean, I know some people are sewers and they could make these beautiful hats, or you could buy like just this little Santa hat, which look really cute. But there's those little kids mittens. They're just so cute. You just want to buy them just to have them. And I just folded over the top. So they make cute little gnome mitts. But yeah.
Now, did you put a little bit of white or something on the edge of those mitts though? Because it seemed like there's a bit of white on them, or that's just something I noticed.
Well, this is an adult size, but I have the little kid size on there. And all I did was I just folded it over. So it looked like they had, you know, that nice white cuff on them. So lots of fun. I get excited over little things. I don't get out much, but I guess neither does anybody else. So
exactly. And you have so many amazing Christmas things there beside you and behind you. There's a couple of chunky things. I remember you were showing me something and it had legs on it.
Legs, yes. Okay, so this is one of my little elves. So this, well, actually, I made these with my kids in mind. So I have two elves. This one's Chase, named after my son, but these were just little legs that you can buy. So they're actually an ornament. And I took them and I hot glued them on the bottom. I put 2 buttons just so that it would sit nice and flat. And then I just cut these out of little chunks of wood. So they're like little presents that he's holding. So nice and easy. And there's like a Santa and Mrs. Claus. And again, like these are just like, his hat is actually for a little dog. So I bought it again at dollar store, but it's a little outfit for a dog, and it fit perfect on there. So, and my dog was super happy that he didn't have to wear it. So, yeah, and there's this, well, they're the little reindeer, but I thought, like, how cute would these be, like really tiny as like a tiny little ornament, and they would be so quick to paint up. So that's on my to-do list as well, just to make some really small ones, the same as the kit, but just tiny, so I could hang them on my tree. So,
that's perfect. And I think in a lot of cases, it's all that the extra things like the embellishments and stuff like that, like the hat and the thing around the neck, and that's what makes it. Oh my, look at her.
So this one's Taylor. She has the fiery red hair like my daughter, so yeah. Of course, just like my kids. And then this was just a little elf hat that I glued on. But yeah, you could go crazy with embellishments. It's just endless. And then of course I've got like tons of ornaments. I always paint ornaments, and penguins are so nice because they're really quick and easy. They're just basically black and white, and then add a couple little cheeks and you're good. So you can make little penguin ornaments. I even have all these little wooden browns. And so I drew up some, and I didn't get a chance to paint those yet, but you could paint a little penguin face on, and a little gingerbread and a snowman, and make these into little ornaments. You could even do those with your kids or your grandkids.
Yeah, there's so many wood pieces that you can pick up, you know, whether the dollar store or your local, you know, craft place, something like that. There's a lot of little wood pieces and ornaments that you can just embellish and put things on as well. So it's really cute.
So much fun. So much fun. So many things, and there's so many pretty ribbons and all kinds of fun stuff to put on. The ideas are endless.
And like you said, your head's just going to explode.
One day, maybe, I don't know. To get started, I just can't seem to stop.
Yeah. And you designed an ornament special for this year, so you're going to show that and demonstrate a little bit of that for us today too.
Sure. So this is my new little ornament. I hope you guys like them. It's like, it's for 2020, and I even made like a tiny little mask, but it says, the year we stayed gnome. And then I also did like a little, so I made his nose. If you see, he's got like a textured nose, and then the little germ is actually like 3-dimensional. And then of course his little legs are just a piece of candy cane string. So I thought it would be very fitting with the toilet paper roll, and it's something to put on your tree to remember. I know 2020 has been a hard year for a lot of people, but you know, I thought it might be nice to have a little ornament on the tree. So
I think that's just adorable. It's and like you said, I think it's, you know, once we're through this, we'll look back and there will be different memories, you know, that you know, between ourselves and our children and our families, you know, that do you remember that year 2020?
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway, were you going to demonstrate something from that for us, or did you want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I'll maybe show you a couple little things,
okay,
depending on how much time we have. But I thought I'd show you how to use some of the quickwood. So some people haven't used the quickwood before, and it's quite fun. Here, so I'm going to turn, okay, please close your eyes, everybody, for like 30 seconds while I turn my camera around, because you might see my messy studio. Okay, hang on. My camera won't turn around, so hang on. I had this all rigged up here. Okay. Okay. Oh, and you can see I have found these little chalkboard ornaments. These are super cute, like so. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Everybody's, let's see here. Okay, so we've got this little guy, and actually this is just part of a mask. So I took a little mask and I cut it like this. So you have your little mask right here. And what I did was I just cut off the top part. So I cut like a 2-inch little strip, and then it also has the wire in it. So I actually, like, you can sort of form it around his little nose and everything, which is really nice. So I just basically took the strings off the side of the mask and I hot glued those on. So just to make a cute little mask, I thought that was very fitting, of course, for 2020, because we're all masked up. So here, let me just make some of this stuff here. But to make the little nose, I used some quickwood. And if you haven't used this before, it's so much fun. So basically it comes like this. And you just cut off a little piece, okay? And you use gloves to mix this. So what I did was I just cut off a little piece of the quickwood, okay? And it actually, you sort of knead the two together. So there's.
Can you move your hands just a little bit? We're seeing like where the, there, I was gonna say where the quickwood is. Actually, where your quickwood is and that other little round piece, that's kind of your middle of your, there you go. Also, somebody's asking, actually it's Denise, is asking, is there a pattern for the new gnome yet?
It's on my website already. And I have, I know, imagine that. I'm actually like on the ball for that one. Yes, it's on my website, and I'll be shipping out surfaces tomorrow or Monday. So I don't know if you'll get them in time before Christmas, but yeah, I can definitely ship those out. They're just, I actually have plans. I want to make quite a few and send them to our family, because it's so nice to send an ornament in the mail, because it's flat and easy to ship, and it doesn't cost too much to ship them. So basically all I did was I mixed this quickwood together. You have about 15 or 20 minutes just to sort of play with it. So, I mean, again, you can do so many things with this. And then all I did was I just rolled it to make like a little oval shape for his nose. And then you set it down flat, like you can use your palette paper even. I'm gonna take these off for now. Okay, like this. right, and there's his little nose. So I just made a cute little nose to stick right on. And again, it dries so quick and you can easily paint it any color, you can make it any shape. And then the little germ, because I thought, of course, we need a little germ on the ornament. You're just gonna, again, you just knead it a little bit. Okay, and I rolled this one into a ball. So, and then all I did was I took a couple little stick pins. So this is like the little ends, and I trimmed them. So, and I just stuck a whole bunch of little pins around the outside edge. You can see my little germ there. I even added a little face to them. If you wanted to do that too, you sure could. But, and I painted right over top even the little pin heads. They cover really well. So it's super easy and quite fun to do. But yeah, you can make all kinds of things out of quickwood. It's really a fun product. So you'll probably see a lot more of the quickwood on some of my projects now that I've sort of started with that. But it makes such a cute little nose on this gnome. And of course, he's all sparkly. You can see in the light, he's definitely glittered up. So your Christmas ornaments, they need glitter, right? And that's just like the galaxy glitter. Decor makes the best glitter. It's so beautiful. This one's definitely really sparkly. I use the red nebula a lot too on a lot of the red areas. So I'll put glitter on all the red. But yeah.
Now, a few people are asking, first of all, where you can get the quickwood, and also, do you need to seal the quickwood first?
I actually just painted right on top of it. So I was just ready to go, and I didn't have any problems with it. So I just basically shaped it, let it dry. Again, it only takes like 20 minutes to dry. It's 60 minutes to totally cure. So it's really quick. And then I just painted right over top. So you can sand it, you can paint it, it doesn't, shrink or crack or anything like that. So it's great.
And where can you get the product?
Okay, that I'm gonna have to, you know what, I bought this at a show actually. We were beside, we had a booth beside Shara and Jane, and they do a lot of quickwood. So, and I actually bought this from them. So, but I'm sure there's lots of different places that you could get it, like a hardware store or something like that. So
we'll quickly Google it and see if Corey can find it.
Okay, sorry.
Put the link there for people.
Okay, for sure. But I thought this would make such a cute little cute little gnome. So for 2020. So this is on my list to paint for the relatives and some friends and send these out. Okay, and even like the little wood kit that I have, it comes with just a flat nose as well as a little flat germ. So if you are going to ship them to people, then you don't have to worry about, paying extra for that, a little bit. Sometimes that won't go through as an envelope if you have a little bit of texture on there. So there's a couple options for that. And then I thought I'd show you just how to do like the little pine on my little bucket, because again, it's just something quick and super easy. And all you need is a few different colors of green and a round brush, and it makes such a nice little embellishment. So you could do even like, you could use these little chalkboard ornaments, and you could put some pine around the top and Merry Christmas, or, any kind of saying that you wanted, which is really nice and easy. So let me just grab my round brush here. Like this.
A couple of people have commented that they've got it from Home Depot.
Okay.
Bear With Us sells it, and Amazon. So there's lots of places that they can get it.
Great. That's awesome. Okay. So with the pine, and I know I do mine, I call it the whimsical way. It's a little different. So basically what I do is I start with the ends like this, and I just do little dashes like so, pulling in, because I like my pine boughs to be a little thicker. So I always pull from the outside edge in towards like that center little. So you can do like a center line like so. And then you can do a couple, and usually what I do is I start with a darker green, like this, and I'm just gonna wrap it around our little oval. Doesn't have to be perfect. Don't think too much. See how quick I'm just, putting it in there like this. Okay, and right around this part. So it frames your little oval. Again, your oval doesn't even have to be exactly perfect. Like so. Okay, and then I've got a few different greens right in here. So I've got a little bit of the evergreen and I've got some mistletoe. So any kind of greens that you have, and then basically you just kind of highlight. So you add, I don't know if that's showing up at all very well.
Yep, no, that's showing up very good.
Okay.
And Patty's just asking, is that a metal paint or acrylic paint you're using?
It's just the Deco Art acrylics. I'm just keeping it really, really easy. So you can use the multi-surface satin paints if you want. They're good for a lot of different surfaces. Any of those paints work great. Okay. You can put on a little bit of all-purpose sealer first, just so that it adheres to the metal a little bit better. And that's just, basically it's just a clear sealer. So just some multi-purpose sealer you can put on the background, okay? And then it makes it easy to paint on, okay? So I always do the shadow colors first, and then I just kind of build up. So I'm adding a few little highlights now. Again, you can see how wispy it is. I don't really worry about too many things. And I'm always pulling in towards that center with a little bit of a curve, like so. It's just so much fun, and it looks so darn cute. So it just kind of gives it a really nice little frame around that little oval. Can add another one even up here. So like this, okay. And then of course you would let that dry. And then I just took a little bit of white. So I'm just gonna pull some in anyway, even though my green is still a little bit wet, but I usually pull in a little bit of white just so that it looks like there's some snow sitting on those pine branches, like this. So again, this is one of those things, just kind of get right in there. Don't think too much, like that. Just add some nice little, and then if you wanted to, while the paint's still nice and wet, this is why my studio is filled with glitter. But you could just sprinkle a little bit of glitter on. And look at how pretty sparkly it is. And then of course my lettering I just did with a liner brush. So, and then you can take a little bit of red if you want, and just put in a few little berries. So, and those are easy to do. You just take the end of your brush and dab them in. So, and it's just a really quick little project. And your friends or family or whoever you're making it for, if it's a gift for yourself, it's just nice and easy. You can put a few little berries here and there, and then all I did was I just dotted them in. So you can put them wherever you want. That nice little pop of red is always great. I love it for Christmas. All right. So, and there's your little bucket. You can and then you can paint a few little snowflakes on. It's hard with the stencils to do it sort of on that rounded surface. So these I usually just paint. And you can use a liner brush for those. The easiest way to do a very simple snowflake is just to do like a little cross. So I just do one little cross like this. So, and then I do another smaller one. And then
you move the bucket up just a little bit, Holly. There you go.
Oh, I'm sorry. Seem to be challenged today on this. Okay, and you can see it's not perfect, but once we add some glitter on top, it'll look great. So just like a little crisscross, nice little whimsical snowflake, a couple little dashes, and you can do some little dots. Okay, looks so darn cute. It's just endless. You could do all kinds of things. But so much fun.
And I can see on the other one, on the gnome, you have one of these the wood snowflakes. So
Yes.
you could even do something like that for someone who's not comfortable doing snowflakes. They could just buy a
Totally.
couple of those wood ones and glue them on, right?
Oh, yes. Yes. And those come in all different like shapes and there's different sizes. So like I have the bigger ones on this bucket. They're just like a bigger size with a little, and I just painted it white and added some glitter. And then of course you have the smaller ones. So you could just hot glue that on, which would look super cute. So you could paint that white. And I keep like a little bucket of glitter on my table because everyone needs a bucket.
That doesn't surprise me in the least.
Really? Oh. So all I do is I just paint with lots of white, like so. You can use whatever brush that you have handy and then just dunk it in. So just dunk her right into the glitter and then voila, you have this beautiful glittery snowflake. So I'm just like a kid at heart, really. Girls can't have too much glitter in her life, right?
That's right. That's perfect. Perfect. Ann Benny says she knows where she's heading this afternoon, to Dollarama.
I know. You know, it's just a lot of fun. And there's so many cute things that you can get.
Oh, perfect. Well, this has been wonderful, Holly. You have some amazing ideas. And like you said, just some, you have some amazing artwork behind you that we know takes hours and hours, but it's so nice to have at Christmas time, some quick and easy projects to work on to give us gifts and, appreciation for others. So thank you. This has been amazing. I'm so glad that we had you on today. It's so fitting for our Christmas show here to have you with us and share all your amazing Christmas colorful displays there. So thank you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. It's been so
Alexander's wondering, are those Princeton brushes or what brushes are you using? Yes.
Yeah, I use the Princeton brand. So
perfect.
They're great. And I have a YouTube channel. So if you need some painting tutorials or tips, you can visit my channel or lots of things.
Perfect. And Corey put up there where they can purchase the ornament as well, your website, and also the new 2020 ornament. So I'm sure we'll be lots of people purchasing that we might not get it done for Christmas, but it's just nice to give for the new year as well. So
a nice little keepsake. Oh.
Well, you have a Merry Christmas, Holly. And again, thank you for being on the show. It's always a treat. And one thing about the glitter, I was just going to mention, when we have our shows and Holly has a class, the next teacher coming in, they'll always say, oh, Holly was here.
They say that at every show.
Yeah. They always know what class Holly taught in, because there'd be glitter everywhere.
Yeah, I just leave a trail all over the world wherever I go. So.
Well, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to have you with us today.
Oh, thank you. Merry Christmas to everybody. Everybody stay safe.
Okay, Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, that was wonderful. Just amazing. It's been just great to have Holly on the show. She's just so colorful and so bubbly and just always sharing her information and sharing her talent. So, and extremely talented she is. I'm going to show you some of my ornaments and I'm kind of like, oh, maybe I shouldn't, but just for those people who maybe aren't comfortable doing a lot of painting or doing, more detailed painting, some really quick and easy ornaments. I've been painting ornaments, I think, for probably over 20 years for my family. So I'm talking about extended family. So all my nieces and nephews, I give an ornament to every year. And that's up to about 30 something now. We also paint ornaments for our church. And I also do ornaments just for my own kids as well. So I'm just going to show you a couple of things that I've painted over the years, or ones that we've done with the church. Anything from, very plain and simple. This was one that Deb Carey, a friend of mine, Deb Carey, a lot of these she's painted. I help sometimes with the ornaments, but she typically takes charge of it as well. So, but this was one that we did in 2007, and it's just one of the little light bulbs with the gingerbread person on it. So again, that was fairly simple, a little bit of detail on there, but it was a fairly simple one. And then in the same type of ornament, this was a little more simpler. So I just base coated it pink, did a quick little stencil, some snow on it, and then just different words, hope, peace, that sort of thing on it. So that's quick and easy to do. Here's one I did 2019, last year, for the kids. It was a snowman type figure, but I made him into the Grinch, a smiley Grinch. So again, there's another very easy. I just got the Grinch face from the internet and just painted it. And then this here was a popsicle stick. So I just kind of cut the popsicle stick and put it across to separate the head from the body. Again, here's one that we did, or I did for, I believe the kids. Just a star and then just a simple gingerbread kind of man looking on there as well. This is one actually for this year. We did Fruits of the Spirit with our church Sunday school this summer on Zoom. So we thought it would be kind of neat for them to remember 2020 and Sunday school on Zoom and the Fruit of the Spirit. So that was kind of a neat, quick one too. This one was, my husband was in Wales for 2 years. And so that we would remember that year, I used just paper. I found some paper that kind of depicted things from the UK. And then I just put a little snowman face on the bottom and just a little bit of that snow text to give it a little texture. So that was quick and easy. Here's another one that I did in 2008. For my gang. So very simple and a little bit of sparkle on there. I also got a little embellishments that I put on the corners here. It looks like a little bead of some sort. Yes. What else do we have here? I think this one was 2019. We did for the Sunday school, the little owl. That was Deb Antonick and Stempenda stamps. So just a little bit easier to do if you're doing 50 of them. So there's some quick and easy ornaments. There's lots of ideas. And like Holly was saying, the ornament, what's so nice about an ornament is that you can put it in a card. So I just mailed out last week about 30 cards to family. And each one of them, I just put an ornament in because it just goes right in there and it doesn't cost any more for the stamp and it's just easy to mail. Also, I usually give one to my post person, mail person, the garbage man, just different people in your lives that you just want to, neighbors, things like that you can give them a card and just slide a little handmade ornament into it. Just kind of makes their day as well. So it chose to be just a tad bit longer today because I also wanted to share, last week I had some quick DIY ideas. So I just want to today show you a few that were ornament ideas. So we'll just share that with you. I think that's the right one. Yes, it is. And just enjoy. Here's a couple other quick ornaments to do.
Ornaments. I printed off this Merry Christmas printable, and I'm just going to be using some of these little blocks that they sell at Dollar Tree. I'm going to hot glue the blocks together until they form a nice little rectangular frame that's going to fit around my Merry Christmas sign. Next, I'm going to use some brown paint and give it more of a stained appearance. So I'm just going to lightly brush it on. I don't want a thick coat by any means. And if you get too much excess, you can always come back in and wipe off some of the paint. Next, I'm going to add in some holly berries to my Merry Christmas sign. This is really easy to do. I'm not one who draws very frequently, but you could definitely do the 3 little circles and add some leaves. That's all I did to this sign. Next, I'll take my hot glue and just put it over top of the sign. And then on the back, I'm just going to cut off the excess paper. To make this an ornament, I'm adding on some ribbon. You can get ribbon anywhere. I'm just pulling from what I had in my stash, this red and white polka dot ribbon. This ribbon is from Hobby Lobby, but feel free to get whatever you want. I do have some people who say in my Dollar Tree videos they want to see all Dollar Tree supplies. The reason that I show you supplies from other places is mainly because I already had them on hand. So I'm using up what I have to make it an inexpensive project. But a lot of these things, yes, like ribbon, you can definitely get from Dollar Tree. Next, I have this little embroidery hoop that's pretty small, and I'm going to be painting it with a white outdoor paint. And then I'm going to take some scrapbook paper, and I'm simply going to try to fit the scrapbook paper into this embroidery hoop. You kind of have to press down on this for a while to make it happen, but it will go in. Then I'm just going to cut off the excess scrapbook paper. To dress it up, I have some picks from Dollar Tree, and then also these cute little truck ornaments that I'm going to use. And I'm just going to hot glue down some of the little pick pieces. And then add one of these truck ornaments to the front. Finish it off with a hanger of ribbon. The next ornament we're going to do is so fun. This is like such a fun little kid project that I love to do. So I got one of the clear ornaments, and I'm going to be putting in some Mop and Glow floor cleaner. And I think that I grabbed this at Walmart. So what you want to do is put in a little bit of the floor cleaner and just lightly put it all the way around your ornament, making sure your whole ornament is covered. And then you're going to put it upside down in something that is disposable to you, just to get out any excess floor cleaner. Next, you're going to put in glitter, and this is the fun part. You can use one color, a bunch of different colors, really anything you like, and then just slowly kind of move your ornament around to get the glitter on all the sides, and just keep adding glitter until you get it completely covered. This is just such a fun project. I did this last year with my girls, and they really love to do it, so I recommend doing this with kids. So just continue to add glitter, and then once you get all the glitter added, you're just going to put on the lid, and that's all you really need to do to create this ornament. And I'm going to add this black and white buffalo check ribbon because I think it really finishes off and complements the red well.
So there's some really quick and easy ornaments that you can do with your children, or just, you know, if you're not a painter, but you want to make sure that you get those last minute gifts to people, those are some quick things that you can do. So we will be taking the next 3 weeks off to a little bit of R&R and a little bit of restructuring of the office. We have a lot of new things on the go, as I had mentioned a few weeks back. And for those who weren't here, we are starting adult crafting and adult artist kits, co-branding with Curiosity Box, who also does kids boxes already and has been doing them for many, many years, extremely successful. And we've been asked as Pinnit Canada, or Pinnit makers actually, to come up with adult crafting boxes. So they will be monthly boxes that you can order for yourself, order for a friend. And so that's something that we've been working on. And so I need to kind of restructure my office for this new business. So it's very exciting, and I'm really enjoying all the things that we're doing with that as well. So more will be on that very soon. We'll be making some posts for you to see all the information about that. So, but also we'll be back on Thursday, January the 14th. So we'll take 3 weeks off for, like I said, for the holidays. And we're also working towards the Pin It Canada live virtual live. That'll be our third one. It's going to be February 5th, Friday, February 5th, starting at 11 a.m. Eastern. So make sure you save that date. Before you know it, it will be here. The time is just going. So just a few little things. My sister-in-law sent me an email with some just cute little one-liners kind of thing. So I just want to share a couple of them with you. One was the dumbest thing I ever bought was a 2020 planner. I thought that was kind of cute. 2019 was stay away from negative people, and 2020 says stay away from positive people. I don't know if I get that one or not. It says the world has turned upside down. Old folks are sneaking out of the house and their kids are yelling at them to stay indoors. Stay indoors. So anyway, there's all sorts of different things. I need to practice social distancing from the refrigerator. Another one I thought was kind of cute. I never thought the comment, I wouldn't touch him or her with a 6-foot pole, would become a national policy, but here we are. And last one, which I thought was really fitting, never in a million years would I imagined that I would go up to a bank teller with a mask and ask for money. So you know what, nowadays I think we just need to glass half full, look at the positive things, and we know we're going to get through this, and just have to find the best way for us to get there. So I want everybody to take care of yourself, take care of each other, and please have a very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, and Happy Holidays. From all of us here at Coast to Coast Events and Audrey Live, Pin It Canada, we wish you and all of your family and friends a wonderful holiday season. Hope you enjoyed the show, and take care. Bye-bye. Oh, we will do some door prizes. Yes, for those who have commented, I will notify you after the show. So don't you worry. I promise door prizes, and we will be doing a few door prizes. So thank you very much, and have a very Merry Christmas, everybody. Bye-bye.